Good morning.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Good evening.
Buenos
dias.
In the morning.
It's gonna be a
in the
wonderful
morning.
day.
be a
Wonderful day. The sun in the sky. It's in the day of my face. And the American race.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh boy, it's swell to say. Good morning, USA. Good morning, USA.
All right, the kitty's freaking out, bro.
No, she's
That's
fine.
fine.
She's,
She'll be all right.
she's loving on you.
The meow meow is meowing.
How's everybody doing?
Rather
I'm fucking-
splendidly, I
We're
would
starting
say.
this cast late as
I
fuck,
am
boys.
we're chilling.
They don't know.
The sun
that.
is passed down.
I worked fucking 10 hours on Friday, 14
We are
hours
past
yesterday,
fucked up.
9 hours today.
Kitty.
Let's go.
We're here, man.
Let's go.
I drove a lot yesterday and then a lot today.
Yeah, I didn't do shit today. I went over to my dad's, picked up my fucking 8-string,
Nice.
got EMGs put in it. Now it
Fuck
sounds
yeah.
fucking massive.
You gonna
It's
post
so
that?
fat. The Warlock?
Yeah.
Probably.
It's an
probably
8-string warlock?
Yeah, 8-string
That's
BC
nuts.
Rich Warlock.
Wait,
and
wait.
And on the headstock, it's not even like they're split. It's a straight line with the tuning pegs.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude,
What?
this
Is that like a
fucking-
custom shop, some shit, or what?
I don't know, bro, but my dad said when he brought it to the shop, the dude is like, bro, I've been working here for years and I've never seen something like this in my entire
What the fuck?
an
I have to look
oddity.
this up now.
It is, my dad, it's rare as fuck.
Do you have a
My dad-
picture of it?
Yeah, I don't know if I have a picture of it, but I have video.
I just want to see. Maybe
Okay,
it's a Chinese
you'll have to
ripoff.
throw this in the edit.
Yeah.
It's Chinese, bro. It's not real, dude. Fuck
Is it
you.
really?
I
There's
feel,
no
I
way.
feel like it
There's
has
no
to be,
way.
dude. Oh,
I mean, you can't really
Is
see
it-
the like headstock, but
does
that
it
is
have an 8 at the 12th fret as a 12th fret inlay? What's the 12th fret inlay on
Can
it?
you see?
And it has binding and
Oh,
shit
you already
too.
posted this. Not to ask you a retarded question, but that's a guitar, right?
Let me see.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yes, sir.
I think this thing is fake, dude. I hate to rain on your parade, but I don't see any of them.
I think it's just abnormally rare.
No, if it's
I don't think because my dad also knows his shit about identifying fakes, and he's like, he didn't say anything about it being fake. And anytime like we
I don't
brought
think-
Let me
it
see
around-
this.
Is tomorrow April
Jesse
1st?
has also seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking.
Is there a March
No.
31st?
There is a March 31st.
Okay, so on Tuesday, imagine your dad comes to you and he's like, April Fools. It is fake.
Oh,
It
I,
is a Chinese
That's what's
ripoff.
cool about like just guitars in general is that in like 1987, like fucking Jackson released some fucking guitar that was only made between the months of September and December, and you know it's just super fucking rare, and it's
Yup.
only and it only exists in pawn shops in fucking Philadelphia. And
Is
then you
it
get it,
Temu?
and it's just like holy shit.
does it? It's bolt on, right?
Let me see.
It has. It's bolt on.
Yeah, that's it.
Is
Yeah.
it Timu?
I don't know. It seems it has Lucky 8 at the as the
BC Pour?
Is it fake?
No, but does it have Lucky 8 as the
As the headstock.
the truss rod cover?
Let
Does it say Lucky 8 on there?
me see if I.
If
can
it says
have
Lucky 8, then I'm pretty sure it's real.
Hey, can everybody make sure they're plugged in all the way?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Balls, penis,
I'm
dick,
in
and
there.
wiener and balls.
Okay.
Your gain staging is just fucked up there, buddy. Because my mic is super quiet.
No, it's not. It's almost to the. It's at 0.6 or 18. I mean.
It's just that yeah.
No,
there's
it's
something-
the same. It's been. It's fine.
This is a
Alright, whatever.
professional operation.
No, but there was through the headset. There was like some squeaking coming out, and I hope it doesn't.
Ah, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Are we hosed?
Wait,
I mean,
let
you
me
can't
see
really
that.
fucking see, but is that like?
That yeah, it is legit, bro. I think
Oh,
it's
hell
they're
yeah.
just rare as fuck.
I mean,
Let me-
it's a
give me
weird
those
angle, but
headphones,
you
bro.
can still see there's lettering. You said.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Everybody talk.
I think it's just a leaf fucking
Been spending most our
Yum,
lives
yum, around on the- with the- with the.
living in a wiener's paradise.
I think it's just
Is
someone
everything
moving
fine?
around.
With the cord.
Chord.
Stop talking for a second. I think it's just everyone. Someone's moving around on their fucking chair, and I think that's what
I'm
you're
rocking.
hearing.
Okay.
To be honest, I think
Well,
it's
I was also like holding the mic like this for a second.
No,
Bar
it was.
with the
It,
bar
it,
tonight.
never mind.
I think it's
It's
fine,
fine.
bro.
As
It's
long
fine.
as we're chilling, we're chilling.
Yeah, I listened to it for like 30 seconds there, and there's nothing.
Keep that.
There's
in
been
the
a
edit.
whole lot of like
Chat, clip that.
non-aggressive back and forth for the past 2 hours.
I like it.
Where we're like, whoa, what do we do? Blah, 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 and it's
I like it, bro.
Yeah, it's like,
Draining.
We're getting shit done.
yeah, it's like all right.
Cry about it, dude.
It's
Not crying.
real quick. I just finished Abby and I finished the second season of Severance.
how was it?
Nice.
Fucking
I
incredible,
still
guys.
Wow.
Still need to pick up.
You guys, I really need you guys to watch it.
How?
I watched the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
the
I
other
only watched
night.
the first episode.
It's fucking good as fuck, dude. You gotta watch
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, highly recommend. I would love to talk about it. on
How
the
many
cast.
episodes are in each season?
I think season 1 has 9 and season 2 has 10,
Oh, damn. Okay.
and that's yeah.
Directed by Ben Stiller.
And they're like an hour long too.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
Right?
Yeah, and it's one of the coolest looking shows I've ever seen,
I
honestly.
love the well, I mean, I've only seen
Yeah.
the first episode, but the cinematography was like my favorite.
The
fucking part of
cinematography and the
whole
set
thing.
design, it's so like it's just so well everything. Like
Ben
so well
Stiller's
written.
the man, dude.
Yeah, no, he's
Fuck.
killing it.
That's sick.
No,
Yeah,
it's great.
I watched the first episode and I still like don't understand what the fuck is going on.
You watched it all the
with
way through?
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
to the
You'll
twist.
get it.
Yeah. Oh, you've been watching it too?
I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but episode 2 explains things more than episode 1.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
But
you
yeah,
just gotta
it's-
let it sizzle.
Well,
The
come
first episode
full
was
circle.
amazing, dude.
Yeah.
For sure.
The show. All right, we fucking
Let's talk about this album.
segueing hard.
Jesse,
segue.
what's the album this week?
Life in Cartoon Motion by Mika.
I'm just kidding.
Next.
Actually,
Loved this album.
This album was really
Yeah,
fun.
you know what?
I was smiling fucking ear to ear the entire time. I mean, until the final track. Look, he had me sad as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It hits you sad mode quick as fuck.
I like that. I thought that the happy ending and then having that song right after how it was placed, I thought that was very clever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm glad you guys liked it.
I'll go last.
I felt like a lot of these songs could have been Queen songs, dude.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Jerry, what's the band that you like? Gonna give you one night only. Your eyes
The Struts.
Yeah, bro.
This reminds me of the Struts. This
Really?
album. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very I can see that he's Mika's French.
Oh, he's
So-
French. I
yeah,
thought
he's
he was
French.
British.
No, he's French. His most recent album is all in French.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a synth pop French album, and it's really fucking good.
That's fat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's yeah, I mean it has that fucking European quirkiness to it.
Yeah.
You know, super full of character. He did get compared a lot to Queen when he first came out.
You can hear it in his voice. He has such
I
a
was hearing a lot
Yeah.
of Queen.
yeah.
This is pre-Struts.
That's true.
Oh,
Struts
even-
came out in 2016.
So he fucking, I feel like Struts low-key listened to this dude and was like, ooh,
I can see that.
you know? Because this album, came out in 2007?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think this, like, Struts was like, oh shit, let's do that, but make it more rock.
Yeah,
you
that's true. Now that you say that, I could totally see that.
It's
Struts
like-
being just a more rock version of this.
Yeah, bro, it's so similar to me.
He even mentions his Freddie Mercury influence in the first song. Because
Really?
he said, because he says, like, I tried to be like Grace Kelly, but my eyes were too sad, so I tried a little Freddie. And then he does the,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, what? I
Makes
didn't even
sense.
catch
Uh,
that.
There are 2 songs that I don't really care for, and those are Lollipop and Big Girl, You Are Beautiful.
Those are my
Dude,
two
I love
favorite.
Really?
You
I actually
asshole.
heard-
Really?
I never realized I actually know Lollipop. Like when that came on, I was like, oh shit, I fucking heard this song.
Yeah, I never realized that.
That was my least
I
favorite song.
know
of the
that song.
album.
I think a Lollipop is kind of an annoying song,
I like
Exactly.
but it's like in a fun way.
Exactly.
Honestly, I think my
Saying,
least
dude,
favorite was probably Love Today.
Really?
Yeah,
I love.
I still liked it, but I think that would probably rank like my lowest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like those songs. That's why.
I like
It's it's so cheesy.
I like the songs
I love
about
it,
the
though.
gay dude and the fat lady.
Yeah, Billy Brown. I was gonna say the lyrics of Billy Brown had me cracking.
I love
fuck
Yeah,
up.
Billy Brown.
Billy
yeah,
Brown
I
was a
don't-
good song.
Same with Big Girl, You Are Beautiful. It was funny, like the one line where he says what is it? Fuck, dude. Now I fucking lost the comedic timing, bro.
I stand by the sentiment of that song.
Yeah, dude.
Hard.
It took me until the second time I listened to this album that I've definitely heard a lot of these songs just hanging out with you, Kent. by
the
riding in the car with
the
you.
only
It's
song
like,
I've had saved was Big Girl.
I
Really?
know I
Yeah.
have heard "Relax, Take It Easy" before.
I have
I know
not
I have
from
heard
me.
Grace
I have been
Kelly
playing
before.
this album pretty hard in the house
Take
since
it
like June of last
I
year.
think
Yeah,
the-
it's probably you.
I think
Yeah.
the relax, take it easy song is like
That was my favorite song.
kind of a rip off a little bit of that the one song in Night at the Roxbury. What is
yeah.
love?
I can hear it.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a couple songs on the album that like have a similar melody to other songs on the album.
Yeah, I noticed.
Like,
that.
is it In Love Today that it almost has like the same melody as Big Girl?
Probably, I think so.
I can't remember. But
I mean, it's very
Love Today, I feel like could have.
Yeah, the
Parts
one,
of that remind me of Queen.
the on Big Girl the line where he says, "Take your girl and multiply her by four."
Now a whole lot of woman, it's a whole lot
That's
more.
so funny. Yeah, this album I like how tongue in cheek it is.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I'll guess I'll fucking. I like this album a lot. I think this is a better executed version of what fucking Sparks are trying to do on that
Yeah.
record. Like it's the instrumentation is way better. He's a good singer. The one thing that I didn't like, I wasn't a fan of Relax or whatever, that Relax Take It Easy song, because I felt like it was a little like
Generic.
a little bit too close to other songs that I've
Yeah.
heard almost. But like yeah, like everything else was good, and I liked his voice. The only thing that I don't like about his voice, I was telling Jerry this earlier, is like I feel like personally I'm just more of a rock singer kind of guy, and it's hard to pull off that falsetto kind of thing with a real brash kind of nasality to it.
Yeah.
There's only very few, like the Bee Gees do it well, the Beach Boys do it well, the Beatles in some songs do it well.
Yeah.
But it's tough. That kind of sound for me is tough when the dude has the range to just sing it in a full-bodied voice. To me, I think a lot of the like the higher parts on Grace Kelly, he should have just sang in mixed voice and gave it some support, because like I don't know.
I feel like it kind of him doing that left space open for the instrumental though. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just my taste. It's just my own taste. It's just like sounds a little cheesy to me, and I feel like if you just would belt it and sing in mixed voice with more fucking chest voice, then it would sound better. But
That song would fucking rock as the fucking rock cover. That
yeah,
song rips
like
super
like
hard.
the
That was
dude in
honestly
the
Relax.
Strokes or whatever.
Yeah.
If he would sing it, you know,
yeah.
or like Freddie Mercury would sing it, you know, because even Freddie, like his falsetto is a little bit less like, you know, like he's a little bit more classy with it and lighter with it.
Yeah.
kind of.
Right.
He's somewhere in between like a mixed voice and a falsetto, and to me, it's like you got to choose one or the other. I don't really like that.
I like that. This album is coated in cheese, and I really
Yeah.
enjoy it for that fact.
I think it's one of those things like Genesis or whatever, where like or Gong,
Yeah.
where
You just lean into it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, you just have to listen to it a couple more times to really
I
like
see.
let it. But on first listen, even though there's stuff that bothered me, like I still think the songs were good enough and the melodies were good enough to where like it'll probably grow on me. I'll definitely listen to this record again.
There was
for
a
sure.
bunch of songs that I did not know that I knew on this album.
I didn't
like,
get that at all.
Big
but-
Girl was the only one that like I heard that in Europe for the first time when I was like in 2017,
Really,
Yeah.
and I heard that on a car radio, and I was like, "This song fucks." I love this song.
dude. Yeah, it's so funny, bro.
It's just
But
such
it's funny in like a respectful way too, where he's actually serious about what he's
Yeah,
saying.
he's
In a way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
he's
saying?
giving praise to big girls.
Yeah, like, but it's just like take your girl multiplier by four.
this fucking
That's a good line, bro.
it's really funny because obviously Grace Kelly is this big hit, and when you look, I don't know how it is on Apple Music, but on Spotify, like this whole album is his top songs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
which is really surprising, honestly. But I remember when I first discovered the song, it was on like a TikTok last summer of some.
Yeah, there was a
something.
trend.
Yeah,
I remember.
But it
where
wasn't-
People did the harmonies. And
I
then
saw
it wasn't
Ryan
the
Reynolds
bass.
doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't the fucking harmony trend though. I discovered the harmony trend after I discovered the song because I clicked on the song on the sound and then I saw like the trend. But it was something I can't remember what the fuck it was, but it was some like it was probably like some skateboard vid or something or biking or something. then I remember looking at my friend at work, and after listening to the song, like, this song has 300 million views or fucking
God
listens
damn.
on Spotify.
Holy fuck!
And it came out in 2007, and I've never fucking heard it in my life until fucking summer of 2024.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder how.
It's like-
I wonder if you can look up like when the you know it popped off.
That's true.
Whether it was like TikTok era, and that's why.
I think I don't think so. I think it was just kind of like not necessarily a one-hit wonder, but like this album kind of was like a trend for a little while when it first came out. Because I do remember Lollipop for some reason.
I saw Lollipop on social.
I have a question about this later, but I do remember Lollipop from my childhood
Really?
at some point.
Really.
And Happy Ending, that song, when I first heard it, I was like, no way. Because do you guys remember that 4-chord song video?
Oh, the Axis of Awesome.
Yeah. Do you remember that?
No.
It was like a song that it was like, oh, all the songs in the world are written with the same 4 chords, and it was just basically a marathon of songs.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I've
using
seen that
that
with
chord.
metal songs, bro.
Yeah.
That one dude, I forget what his name is, but he goes and like does this like the same riff and fucking like you know.
I think I've
800
seen a
different
video, like-
metalcore bands.
Yeah.
sing
Yeah.
it.
I think
You
I've
know,
seen
like
that.
the Unholy Confessions riff. He did a video of every
Yeah.
song like that he could find that has that riff.
Yeah.
You know,
I've seen that.
metalcore.
But it was one of the little segments in that song was the Happy Ending. I can't remember how it starts right now. This is the way you left me. There's no
Yeah.
pretending. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then it
that
just goes on to
melody is familiar. I feel like
Yeah.
I've probably heard it. Now
Yeah.
that you say that, I only listened to the record once, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah. No, I loved Happy Ending though. There's not a whole lot of songs that I don't like on this album.
When,
Yeah, it was good.
And then when I first listened to this album, my fucking reaction was exactly what you were saying earlier, Leaf. Is the entire album you're just fucking grinning the entire fucking time, and then Over My Shoulder hits, and you're just fucking sobbing,
Yeah, bro.
super hard.
My favorite 2 tracks were definitely fucking no, I don't have the thing up, but Over My Shoulder and Erase. Erase was so fat. Erase was the rock song on the album for sure. Like it has fucking guitar solos and shit like
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
Erase was probably my favorite song, but like Over My Shoulder was also like, you know, that is one of those songs where it's like you can probably play in any context and it would like go off, you know, like
Yeah.
fucking I don't know, like any Beatles, you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of how they wrote songs, where it'd be like write a song on acoustic guitar and then add whatever instrumentation. I feel like that Over the Shoulder is one of those songs
Yeah.
where like you could play it on acoustic guitar and it would still go as fucking hard as it does, you know?
Yeah.
My favorite part about Over My Shoulder is, you know, like, you know, in this band, you know, we do a lot of fucking guitar and vocal harmonies, and just in general, like, I just like a lot of harmonies, and he does a lot of harmonies, but I really love in Over My Shoulder when he's doing like the and then he dissonances the note. He makes the note go super dissonant.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
I didn't
it's-
really catch that, to be honest.
It's fucking really cool. I can't explain why I really like that.
Like when he's saying Over My Shoulder.
No, it's when he's I can't remember exactly, but it's just like
I feel like I remember.
it's like
When does it
right
happen in the
after
song?
I don't know, maybe like a minute in, right after the first chorus, he's just going. "Oh." I think right after this.
I have to hear this. Dead air.
Mhm. Right here. No. Okay, maybe not.
Yeah.
We're doing great, fellas. Somewhere in the song he does it,
Interesting.
but
Yeah.
somewhere in the song he does it, and it goes super dissonant. In his,
Is
in
he
his
like
vocals.
purposely singing flat or sharp
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah, he
Oh,
does
that's
it on
kind of a
purpose.
cool trick, yeah.
And like at first I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but then it's like you can't say that it was by mistake, because this whole album he's just stacking harmonies on top
Right,
of harmonies. So it's like
yeah.
there's no way that was a mistake.
He's
It was
obviously a good
intentionally.
enough singer to where he wouldn't just leave something like that in, you know.
And what's so like, because I've been listening to this album on repeat a lot for like the past year since like I don't know, I discovered it in like June or July of last year. And then this past week, since we were doing this album, I finally listened to the rest of his work. And this is the only album that he does that really quirky fucking falsetto thing in. Like the rest,
I would probably like the rest of his stuff a little
Yeah,
bit more,
well,
to be honest.
and it's so crazy because the second album is very similar to this album with less of that falsetto flair. He still does it, but it has less of that falsetto flair. And then his third album is just a straight up fucking synth pop album.
Oh,
Like
Really?
yeah, and he like barely does the falsetto at all, and it's just straight.
kind of like
fucking
almost
synth
Tame
pop.
Impala, like
Kind of, sorta.
Or is it more? I guess what would synth pop be really? What's like a synth pop fucking band?
Like Daft Punk.
Very kind of similar.
MGMT.
MGMT, yeah, very similar to
Okay.
MGMT, yeah. And it's just so wild. And then his fourth album, it's just I don't know, classic, just pop.
Huh.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe, like, but this first album's really the only like quirky, like kind of flamboyant, extroverted.
Yeah,
which is kind
wild
of a
stuff that he
shame because I
does.
feel like
Yeah.
I feel like it would, leaning into that would be the obvious choice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know,
Yes.
being Freddie Mercury 2.0 or whatever, like that one
Yeah.
dude in the fucking struts.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, if you guys, ever venture down the Mika rabbit hole, I mean, you can pick any of his albums and listen to them in any order.
What's your second favorite compared to this one?
My second favorite compared to this one, I really like No Place in Heaven. That one was really great. But his French album,
Oh, the new one?
yeah, the French album was really cool too. Yeah. Ken, when I listened to that the other day, I almost came down here and I was like, Ken, how do I pronounce this?
I'm sure I'm butchering it.
Yeah, I almost was like, Ken, how do I?
C'est la vie.
But I mean, but it's just kind of like a, they're all very.
There's a song called C'est la vie.
But they're
That's comedy, dude.
they're all very.
Je sais que de demain.
It's like they're all very, very different albums. Like I could see Ken really liking The Origin of Love just for its just electronic kind of disco parts, and then Jeff, since you were talking about him doing not as much of the falsetto stuff, I could see you
Yeah.
really liking No Place in Heaven. It's like
Check it
where
out.
where he leans more into the, I guess, songwriting aspect
Yeah, for sure.
rather than the.
Is it
than
like
the-
like as far as synth pop goes? Because I'm not into MGMT really, because I think their vocals suck.
Really? I like
love
MGMT. Are you
MGMT.
kidding
Their
me?
vocals are terrible, bro.
Oh, you're
At
wrong.
least I'm thinking of the one song, their biggest song, dun dun dun
Da,
dun
da,
dun.
da, da,
Yeah,
da.
the vocals on that song are
song's
atrociously
fire.
bad.
Enjoy yourself. What's
Really?
the,
I don't
yeah?
think the vocals on that song stand out in like any shape or form. It's
They
very,
just
like,
bother me, bro.
Like Cage the Elephant.
I just hate how-
like talking.
I just hate how the Minecraft movie has been using Time to Pretend,
Oh,
like
yeah.
for its
Yeah.
entire marketing.
I have never heard an MGMT song.
They're
Yes, you
fucking-
have.
Yeah, you
Ba,
have.
ba, 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 ba.
Kids, he's like,
Jake.
enjoy yourself. Or Electric Feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Electric Feel more than this.
Song, bro. You know this song.
You haven't heard the
never
Enjoy
heard that
Yourself?
song?
Jake, you
No, dude.
cunt.
Take
Trust me,
only
it's not.
one-
Electric
Nah, dude.
Feel.
Electric Feel, I feel like, is more popular.
Oh, you know what? I know this song because
This song's
of that guy on
fire.
TikTok that got clowned
this
on.
song.
For,
Oh, that jumps up and down.
Wait, what?
That guy looks like. He's
oh
been
no, I
stretched.
didn't say I don't like it. I've just
Jeff,
never
are
heard it.
you also an Electric Feel hater?
I think so. Yeah.
Down
bro,
in
that
your
song's-
electric
I fucking
feel.
love
It's
that
so
fucking
catchy.
song.
That is a fat
I'm just-
fucking
I don't
bass
know.
line, dude.
I
But
can't stand it when singers are bad, dude. It pisses me off.
He isn't
you know,
even
and-
like at the low key for like that. It's like
You, like, barely
it's like
s-
a Billy Corgan kind of sense to me, where
God.
it's like he just
Billy
has a-
Corgan's kind of good though.
Yeah, but he's just, like Billy Corgan used to be in a band with Wayne Static before Static
I-
X, and Static X didn't let Billy Corgan
Really?
sing because he said Billy Corgan fucking sucked at singing.
I think Billy Corgan's voice
dude,
is
the
cool.
cat
Yeah,
just tried to
that's a-
cancel the podcast, dude.
She was tired of
I
it.
feel like
I-
with context,
What happened?
Oh, the cat jumped up on the computer.
I'm surprised you like Billy Corgan,
I
Jeff,
also am
Yeah.
surprised if you don't like MGMT.
because Billy Corgan. I like a lot of Smashing
lot of
Pumpkins.
yeah, because but in
I
context of Smashing
don't like his
Pumpkins-
voice.
I feel like out
It's fine.
of context of Smashing Pumpkins, because I love Billy Corgan as a vocalist, but outside of Smashing Pumpkins context, I feel like he'd be a horrible singer.
I mean, maybe, yeah, but like that
Yeah.
Smashing Pumpkins is he wrote like everything. That's like his
Yeah,
band.
no,
No.
for sure.
But
Like,
that's what
I'm not saying
that's what I'm
he's
saying.
not
the
a talented
MGMT
musician.
Comparison. I feel like within context of their music, like that vocal style, it's very like.
It's very low key.
Yeah.
Like
It's
the
low key,
very-
but my thing is, bro, when you have a vocalist like that, just don't like double track them or triple track it and then put the fucking center one up, because it just like, I think it's really obviously double tracked, right? The vocals.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that pisses me
I
off,
mean,
dude. When you can't do a solid double track, just don't do it, or fucking do triple track and bury the double.
No, and see, we've talked about this. I like
Said
the
the
hate that
Beatles
sound.
fan.
I like the
But the-
double tracks that don't
but
quite
they're
line
better
up.
at double tracking though. I think the Beatles double tracks are fine, because you gotta also realize, bro, that's fucking like deleting a take is like, you know what I'm saying? Like once you've bounced it down, you can't change things.
It's an excuse.
You're not on it. No, bro. You're not on a computer. Once you bounce it down, once that fucking the vocal is baked into the rest of the recording, dude, like
I understand,
you're
but
fucked,
their
you know
double
what I'm saying?
tracks are the same as a lot of the ones that you're talking about. They're
But
not clean.
That's also because they invented double tracking, and basically,
Yeah.
And fucking, like I said, you don't have the luxury of doing a shit ton of takes.
For
In the
sure.
modern era, dude, you don't have an excuse to have a bad double track, in my opinion, because just do more takes and work harder.
But would you say not? I understand the entire like concept of like they had to work with what they had. But would you say that you still enjoy their double tracking, even though it's the exact thing that you're saying you dislike?
I think their double tracking is better than what I'm talking about,
Okay.
for sure.
That's fair.
I mean, there's definitely times where it's like iffy or whatever, but again, like it's not the whole time or whatever.
Yeah.
They're still good singers. You know
They're
what I'm saying?
still-
Like,
Yeah. But do you enjoy like Child of Nature, the Escher demo?
oh, not those
Do you-
double tracks are tough.
They're rough, but do
Yeah.
you still? Because I really enjoy. I find it charming with how rough those double tracks are.
I think it's all about. It's weird to really make the comparison. I think it's all about your taste and what literally just feels right. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
Because sometimes if something is off but it feels right and the vibe is correct, then like yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I think it's, I don't know. But it's more so of that era. I'm willing to forgive it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, like whenever you're modern, like it's been produced in the past 30 years, like I don't know, dude.
Unless that's the aesthetic that they're going for.
It's just not my thing.
That's fair.
You know, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that it's illegal or whatever, but it's just I'm not into it.
It's illegal.
Double tracking
Because,
is now
bro,
tracking
illegal.
because
police.
the thing is, I think the perfect example of letting some shit go for the sake of the vibe is Alice in Chains, dude.
Yeah.
Like Alice in Chains, Lane and fucking Jerry Cantrell can sing, dude. And like, but there's certain times like for like a good example is like fucking Junkhead, you know. During that song, during the verses, it's double tracked and it's super loose, but that's the like it works, you know. And like, there's plenty of Alice in Chains songs where like for example, like in the intro in fucking Rooster, dude. Ooh, that part, it's a little. There's parts that are a little flat and sharp, but it works, I think. And I think at that point they're leaving it in because it works, because they can sing.
I never
You
even
know?
noticed that until you said that about Rooster.
Yeah, if you listen to it, it's a little. One of them's a little off,
Yeah.
but it works. You know, it's like I like the sound.
Yeah.
Right.
And those, it's just like those guys can sing, and you know that at that point, I feel like we were just talking about this earlier or something else. Like, you know, they're good enough to where, like that dissonance that he leaves in on the fucking thing. He's good enough to understand that sounds off, but to leave it in for the purpose of having it. Alice in Chains is kind of like that too. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck
Anyway.
MGMT. They sucked.
Also, a little bit more MGMT lore. Did you know that? Well, not did you know? Did you see that Sean Lennon produced like their most recent album or some shit?
Oh, really?
Oh, did he really?
not.
I think he played keys on one of the tracks as well.
Nice.
Really?
That's kind of dope. Loss of life. I mean,
I'm
my
not
thing
sure.
is, I might like him. I just need to give him more of a chance. I'm kind of
I
just
think
being
you
a
would
dickhead.
really like that, especially if you like Tame Impala. That's why I
Yeah.
was like low key taken aback when you said that. I was
Yeah,
like, holy
it's just
shit.
that one song, "Show Yourself" or whatever.
Kids.
Enjoy
I can see
yourself.
that. That's a very different
It's
vibe from their other
it's
shit.
like it reminds me of fucking Pumped Up Kicks or whatever. It's like that
What's
kind of
wait
I like that
wait?
song too.
What's
Yeah,
going on
it's
here?
just- What?
What's going on the Apple? I'm screenshotting this so I can post it. What's going on with the Apple Music track listing and the numbers?
What does it say, bruh?
Look up Oracular Spectacular, their first one. No, look at the numbers. Oh, look at the track list.
The numbers, Mason.
1 1 3 1 5 6
Why
7
is it
8
like
9
that?
10.
Why is it
I was
like-
like, what are you pointing at?
What the fuck?
Why is it like that?
What the fuck is that, bro? That's weird as fuck, bro. That is odd.
That is, yeah.
MGMT, please respond. Let
Pardon
us know
me?
why.
Let us know.
MGMT,
Is this an art choice?
We'll have our
Do you have
people
something
call
to
your
say?
people.
Yeah. Any final thoughts on Mika?
Oh yeah, I thought it was good. I thought
it was
Great
really-
record, I think. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. I thought it was a fun record.
yeah, it was definitely fun.
Because Jerry, did you say that? Did you say whether or not I was gonna like it when you suggested it?
I
or
thought
no?
you were gonna hate it.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you? What did you think I was gonna like? Or
I don't,
what do you
I
think?
don't know. I mean, I chose this album because I wasn't going to choose this album because I had listened to this album a bazillion fucking times this last year. And then Kent chose Sparks, and then I was like, okay, well, this is kind of similar, just because
Right.
like the very flamboyant quirkiness.
Yeah.
And honestly, I really didn't know like whether you were gonna like it or not. I mean,
It's good.
because it's like.
Pass the test.
Like on
bro.
one hand, it's like okay, it's very similar in vibe to Sparks, but on the other hand, it's also very
It's well
very-
produced.
Yeah, it's a
It's
very,
very
well produced
well-produced.
album.
Yeah.
It's
This
very
guy,
quirky.
this
It's
guy
like,
can use his voice to sing and tune.
Yeah.
and it's cool. It's like on his
And
don't
Russell Mail cannot.
I've been on a huge Mika kick this last week. It's like it's hard to recommend any of his other albums because they're all so different.
Yeah.
You know,
That's good though, bro. I
yeah.
fucking hate a band that like
Does the same
sometimes
shit
it
over
works,
and
I
over
guess,
and
but
over.
like,
Yeah.
you know,
I like
Slayer
it when
by the
people. I feel like it's having integrity, and I feel like it's
Yeah,
it's
right.
the natural progression of like an artist. Like an artist doesn't want to stay caged
And like
into the
this
same
is
thing all the time.
this is actually now that you say that, this is actually something that I actually thought about this week. Is I feel like Mika in particular, since he's the topic right now, is a really good example of like an artist being an artist, where sometimes you see people that like rip on stage and it's just like, okay, they're a great player, they're a great singer, they're a great this and that, but that's just their specific art,
right.
and it's just where somebody
That's their font that they stick with.
but it's like then you see all of other Mika stuff and it's like, wow, this guy, I don't know if he plays all of his other stuff. I don't know if he produces it. I haven't gone that far down the rabbit hole, but just seeing like his album covers and all of the different types of music that he's put out, it's like, okay, that's a guy that is clearly most likely in charge of the art that he's of the product that he's putting out.
He has the
Right.
vision in full. Whenever he's putting out the stuff, he's not relying on a lot of other people to realize it for him.
Yeah.
There's more than likely not a studio behind him saying that he has to do this because he's pulling in this many views on.
Well, and it's cool because like at least up until like 2019 or whatever, and he does have like an art style kind of going on. I mean, either way, he does kind of have an art style.
yeah, it's very
That's its own
self-expressive,
thing.
very.
It's
very
it is
bright.
like different, but it's uniform and cool. At the same time almost, which
That's
is
true.
cool.
Yeah. He's yeah. I don't know.
No,
I'm definitely
I
gonna
want to
check
check
out
out his
more,
other
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
Same.
Speaking of aesthetic, did y'all see that? I know you saw it, Jesse. Did y'all see that guy's art that I sent to
Oh, yeah.
the Instagram?
Oh,
That-
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the fucking
with the
alien.
alien invasion. That shit
That was super
so
cool.
sick.
It reminds me of that one Blood Incantation cover, the
Yeah,
fucking
that's what I
slave
was
species of the
thinking,
human
too.
race, dude. That's
Well,
exactly. I think maybe that might be one of his works.
Maybe, bro.
To be honest, because they fucking it's crazy. I think I've said this on the cast before, but the Absolute Elsewhere, their newest record, is the only album cover that they've actually gotten specifically commissioned for them. All their other art they just found on the internet and then asked for permission from the person to use it.
That's fucking crazy.
Oh, holy
Yeah.
shit! Yeah, that art is so cool.
Yeah,
That's
and
such
I
Go
was
ahead.
looking in his followers compared to the Normatic, the other dude who's like kind of similar vein that I quoted. He has only like 10K compared to the other guy. Like,
Sorry.
And the other guy I think has over like 100K, and I think he quoted us like 500 for one commission. So
Wow.
hypothetically, that dude would probably be fucking. I mean, not dirt cheap, but really fucking. Cheap
I don't
in
know. It
comparison.
depends on what he's doing. If this is a painting, it's
think
gonna
it's,
be expensive either way. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think it's digital, like in the fucking like
It
whatever. the
it doesn't
map
look
is.
like a painting.
To me, it looks like a painting.
You can't
You scroll-
tell.
I feel like there's, especially when you scroll through his page and see how fast he's dishing out art pieces, I feel like there's no way these are paintings. Especially if you look really close and there's not really a mistake and you only really get the opportunity to like touch up shit like that if you're doing it digital. And these are so
Yeah.
like particular to not have like
'Cause, like,
little like mishaps.
That one dude that did Void's album cover and like Havoc and Skeleton Witch and
They
fucking
have some dope ass album covers.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
some cool ass album covers.
Yeah, like all the one that did all those bands and like if I think he did Toxic Holocaust a couple times and shit.
Mhm.
He does all fucking actual paintings. And on
Really?
his Instagram, he literally posted the canvas and shit.
Oh, that's
It's like-
sick.
and it's crazy looking at these fucking paintings because like you don't even really realize it's a painting when you're looking at it until you see it on a fucking canvas. And you're like, holy fucking shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's a painting. It looks
is
digital
crazy.
in a way.
I looked at
And
his
this looks like
hashtags
that
though,
shit.
and he has a hashtag that says digital art. So I'm assuming it's all
Oh.
digital.
Damn, that's fat, dude.
I was
In
that's
that case, though, that's definitely a dude to keep in mind when we
Yeah.
need like merch or art done.
totally, bro.
I was gonna mention with Lollipop. Do you guys ever have? I'm sure you do, but just like memories where you were and what you remember happening doesn't line up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I was listening to Lollipop, and what I remember is playing baseball, like Little League baseball,
Yeah.
and being on the field while hearing that song. But that
Really?
doesn't make any sense. Like
Well,
I,
maybe sometimes back like if you play at a bigger field or whatever. Sometimes I don't know if like they would do it that far back because you're an old man now, Ken.
yeah, I know.
But I don't
No,
know
I
if they
think
would
it
do it
was-
in 1942, like when you were playing Little League baseball.
Yeah, back when I was a youngster.
But like sometimes whenever you're playing a big enough field,
It was. I
You
think it was
would-
a practice.
kids would have like their
Or
walk
something.
up songs or whatever. Or if you're
Yeah.
playing.
No, I remember like for some reason it being in the middle of a game.
Interesting. Well, it could be walk up song. Sometimes
Maybe.
sometimes we did that when we were fucking little.
But do you guys have any of those like memories where it's like clearly that's not what was happening?
I feel
when-
like, to be honest, a lot of those memories are dreams. Actually,
You think so?
definitely.
Dude, I honestly can't say that I do off the top of my head, which is crazy because I feel like I always got a story for fucking something,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm sure
But
do,
no,
I
I-
can't think of any
I'm-
right now.
Really?
I'm
I
trying
know
to
what
brain
you're saying,
blast
but
right
I,
now.
don't,
Yeah.
I just can't. Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
pull one to mind. But to me, whenever something is weird and trippy like that, where it's like, that seems like something I remember, but there's no way. I feel
Well,
like
I
it's
think I'm just
probably-
getting my.
It's probably just a dream from your childhood. low-key.
No, I don't think it's a dream. I think it's just getting wires crossed. Like for some reason, I associate this one memory with this other memory,
Interesting. Yeah.
even though
Yeah.
there's not really a reason to.
Definitely.
It's just my mind compactualizing for
I
no
mean,
reason.
it makes sense, bro. Like you only have so much space in your brain, and like
Yeah.
like those fucking 1 year of shit when you're 7 years old is like a lot of. That's like a 1/7 of your life, obviously.
Yeah.
But like that 1 year is a lot longer than like 1 year now,
Yeah.
So like
Brutal.
Well,
shit
it's,
just
yeah,
blends
because
together,
our perception of time is multiplicative and not additive.
yes,
So, like, when you're 2, half of your life is
1 year
that year
dude.
while you're 2.
Exactly.
But when you're 25, that 1 year of your life is the 25th of your life.
yeah,
So,
Can't think about this stuff, dude.
As
It makes me actually sad.
because like bro, like when you're
every
when you're
year is
younger-
getting shorter.
When you were a kid, bro, and
Shut
they were
up.
like, "Oh, that's next year," or whatever. You're like,
Yeah,
"Fuck,
shit
bro."
literally felt like
Yeah, childhood.
God damn.
Childhood felt like it took
so long,
forever.
so long away, you know. But yeah,
And now
totally.
here we are.
I was gonna say though, I occasionally get those random like little bits of memories that I haven't thought of in fucking forever. Just
Yeah.
like a little snippet of what was happening. Like the other day I remembered spending the night at my friend Hunter's house, and specifically a conversation we were having in his basement about the song Pumped Up Kicks. And literally just like the image of where we were and having that conversation, nothing else about that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, and
No, I
it's-
have. Speaking of pumped up kicks, I specifically remember being in the car with my mom, and I think Pumped Up Kicks was playing, and she was like, "I hate this song. It glorifies violence." And she since
God.
changed her mind, because I mean I feel like a lot of people
Okay.
had that opinion
At the
Like,
time
when
when
it
it came
came-
out,
yeah.
it was definitely
because it's
capitalizing.
about a school shooting or a. Which fun fact? That song is written about a shooting that was in Omaha. It was
Yeah.
the Von Mar shooting.
yeah,
It's
I was telling Shelby about that.
it's basically like fucking the Beatles putting a revolution in what 1969 or 68 or whatever.
And it's
Yeah.
gonna ruffle feathers.
Yeah.
And like we look back on it now, and we first of all understand that it's critiquing the way that we handle shootings and why it happens.
That's wild, dude. I never perceived that song that way. Even when it came out, I was like, "Oh shit!" I mean, like, they're just drawing attention to a thing that happened.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's.
I didn't
activism
think it was
song, you know?
glorifying mass shootings at all. I thought it was
I
just telling a story.
I didn't think so either, but I remember a lot of people being up in arms about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But anyway, back to this whole memory thing. That really, the reason why you have these weird blasts of memory, right,
Yeah,
is because you, like I just said, Pumped Up Kicks earlier.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So that
Yeah.
you remember that song, or when you hear that song, for example, that's how memories like take their hold, or a smell, or
Smell-
like
I
you
know
see
yeah.
a specific color, or
Smell
like,
is like the
smell is the
one
strongest
link.
one.
Oh, yeah.
most to
Yeah.
memory.
But like a song, or you see, you know what I'm saying? You see a fucking commercial or something like that. Then like you get this weird memory, and that's where I feel like, in a way, that weird, sometimes false equivalence comes from in your brain, is because like you're just. That's how memory works. By
Right.
fucking,
Yeah.
relationships like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I even-
wild.
I even got that when listening to this album because fucking Lollipop came on, and I was thinking of playing Stubbs the Zombie. I don't know if y'all ever played that shit on the Xbox.
No.
No,
Original
I don't remember
Xbox.
that
I remember
one.
being like 5 playing Stubbs the Zombie because it didn't have that song, but it had the fucking Lollipop.
Oh,
Lollipop.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Fucking-
being 5 mobbing out on my Xbox.
There's
I
a
also dislike that song too.
I love that song.
there's a video of when this album came out of Mika winning an award for Grace Kelly, and they played Lollipop. When you got
Oh, that's so funny.
Bro, it's the first song in the record. How do you fuck that up?
yeah.
That's so fucked up.
That's if I got up there, I would have been like, that wasn't the song, but I mean, thank you,
Dude, that's
Did he say, like, was he
I-
like, yo, what the fuck?
I can't remember.
That's like-
it's been a minute since I've seen it.
that's like when Megadeth won a Grammy for Dystopia and the house band played Master of Puppets.
That's right. I remember.
Yeah,
When did that happen?
Bro,
That had to be on
2016.
purpose,
I was
bro.
gonna say there had to be
Exactly.
somebody in the sound booth that
Yeah.
like was a huge Metallica fan and was
Yeah.
like,
or,
these
bro,
guys.
maybe maybe Dave Mustaine crossed someone that was doing
Yeah.
the musical fucking arranging of that night
Yeah.
or some shit.
Oh, that's
Old
so
Dave.
funny.
Bro, what the fuck?
That's funny as fuck.
Anyway, next week?
Oh yeah, it's
We have
Classics Week.
Classics week,
have
and we get to spin
Classics
the
week.
fucking wheel here, bro.
Spin the
What do we
wheel,
got?
spin the wheel,
Kent,
spin
tell
the
us
wheel.
what we got for next week.
What we
Imagine if
got?
Kent
Well,
fucking
tell us
wins again.
Tell us our options. No,
No.
that's not. It's
You
untrue.
can't
I
do
know, I
that.
You can't do that because now Kent's record is not even on there.
No.
Can you make it to where it just?
Yeah,
to where
it's,
it
I already
spins?
did it.
Yeah.
You took yourself
Yeah,
off. Okay.
I already did it.
Last time it was Magical Mystery Tour.
Now we have Kiss Alive,
Let's go.
Number of the Beast.
Oh, I thought you said that was it.
No,
Fuck.
never mind. Van Halen 1
Ooh,
are the options.
great choices.
So let's spin it. Don't do the same thing as last time. Van Halen 1.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice, dude.
yeah, boy.
Got Van Halen
Dude,
1
I have
for
this
next
record
week.
on vinyl, bro.
I love this record.
Yes, dude.
You know, it's
Love this
been
record.
it's been at least a year since I've listened to this front to back, but I listen to songs off this album almost every day.
This
So
is my favorite Van Halen record.
yeah, right on.
Classic, dude. That's why it's called Classics Week.
Yeah.
That's what.
When Van Halen was cool.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. When fucking David Lee Roth didn't try and steal all the thunder all the time.
Yeah.
And who's that other guy that's singing in Van Halen?
I feel like Van Halen is just like honestly just a lot of just these classic rock bands. I mean, that's what we all grew up on for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, just like Van Halen, Motley Crue, Deep Purple, Guns N' Roses,
For
and
real.
AC/DC specifically, I think,
Oh, yeah.
are the biggest victims of this. Is that we're just so used to them being like Walmart T-shirt bands
Right.
by this
Yes.
point that we forget how fucking badass
Yes.
they
Yeah.
were back in their fucking day. You know?
Imagine-
In the context
Imagine-
of their time.
Yeah. Imagine fucking walking into the record store, looking at the Van Halen album cover and being like, "Oh, this looks cool."
Yeah.
Taking it home and fucking putting on,
Yeah.
bro. Your fucking brain would be exploding.
Yeah.
on the back
You
of
wouldn't
your
know
head,
what to
dude.
do with yourself.
Especially if you had no clue. Like a lot of these fucking people, dude, had no fucking clue what they were about to listen to, dude. They had
Exactly.
no
That's
idea,
so
dude.
sick.
Yeah.
And they put on Van Halen 1, and then they literally get blown to the fucking back wall, bro.
Did you guys know the cover of Van Halen 1, all the pictures were shot at the Whiskey A Go-Go
No
Really?
fucking way.
while they were
Now I
on
have
stage
to
at the
look
Whiskey
it.
A Go-Go.
What
That's
the
awesome.
fuck?
Really?
You can't
That's
even
awesome.
make anything out because it's just black in the background. But yeah, it's they shot those pictures while they were on stage at the
I
Whiskey
have
Really?
to fucking see it
in
now just to
what
visualize it.
1977.
I always
Yeah.
think about
Yeah.
that, like hearing them in the context of the time and everything, and like walking into a club while Primus was playing in like the,
Yeah.
the
Oh
like,
my
late
God.
Yeah, dude.
80s.
Yeah.
And just
Like,
not
just be
even
like-
knowing what the fuck.
Yeah.
What the
Like, well, actually, what the fuck
Dude,
is
yeah.
going on?
That
Yeah.
that's how I feel about Iron Maiden because Iron Maiden was around for 5 years before they ever made their first album.
Really?
And dude, low key, if you listen to any of their demos before the first album, they kind of suck.
Oh, shit.
I can't even lie to
Really?
you. But like, imagine walking into a fucking tiny ass place and seeing Iron fucking Maiden.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's so sick.
Go into your fucking buddy's house.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you got to check out this fucking band,
Yeah.
Van Halen, and he fucking puts a needle down. And you hear bop,
Yeah.
bop,
Yeah.
bop, bop, bop,
And like
bop,
that's
Yeah.
exact because
Bop.
fucking
Dun, 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 dun.
because like my mom graduated the year before this album came out
Yeah.
from high school, and she tells me this like exact story is that because she used to party at Lake Cunningham all the time,
yeah.
and when this album came out, they would literally just have this album on fucking repeat
Yeah.
So
for like a
sick.
year straight at Lake Cunningham. Like if you fucking rolled up to your to the fucking lake in your car, like you had a cassette of fucking Van Halen 1 and you were blaring that shit when you fucking
fat.
rolled up to the lake, and
That's
that's how
awesome.
you knew if you were somebody
It's crazy. This,
back then.
like just looking, I know Van Halen 1, but just looking at the track list is like
All hits, dude. All fucking
hits.
bangers.
Yeah.
incredible,
All
dude.
hits.
You know what my favorite memory associated with Van Halen is?
What?
The fucking I know exactly what story you're
When
about
you
to tell.
fucking spun around the block and
That
One of
was
those icy
the
as
night
fuck
that
out.
we stayed the night at Jeff's house, and it had snowed the night before.
That was
And-
fucking October 31st was the
Was that-
morning.
Was it really? It
Yeah.
was
I
all
thought
right.
that was it was snowy, dude. I thought that was Friendsgiving or maybe even later.
It was. I think it was
'Cause
here,
we did
Ken-
Friendsgiving
Ken, we're
in-
talking over you. Go
so
ahead. Go ahead.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically, we walk outside. We spent the night at Jeff's house, and all of our cars are covered in snow, and we can't get it out. Like we have to push to get it out. And I was the first one to get my car pushed out. And as soon as we got it through the snow, I took off down the block and I rolled down all my windows and I started blasting Panama. And I drove around the block and I skid up to these guys getting their cars out, and I put my hand over the seat with the Panama blaring, going, "You boys need some help?"
You had the shades on too.
Oh my god, dude.
I don't even.
Yeah, that was
remember
that was comedy.
That was
And I could not
great.
relate because I lived up the street, so I could walk.
Ah, shit.
I don't remember
for
that
you.
at all.
Do you not?
I remember
No,
that.
Fucking
my
funny.
brain does a factory reset every fucking 2 years.
That's what I
bro.
always
swear
say.
to
That's
God.
what I tell people. I'm like, look, I try to forget anything that happened like 6 months and further back.
Yeah, dude.
Do you remember our drunk trek to the grocery store from his apartment?
I fucking will always remember that when I tried to hide
The broken, bottle of vodka.
fucking New Amsterdam vodka, bro.
It was Stolichnia. It was Stoli.
Well, good thing we fucking that's
You were like,
Gross.
they're not gonna notice. And they got back from the gas station. They were like, "Where's the fucking bottle, dude?"
No, I noticed it. I
found- Oh,
noticed
yeah.
it. We were walking back, and I saw a broken bottle of Stoli like tucked under a lamppost, and I was like, "Is that our bottle?"
I was just hoping you would notice, dude, because it wasn't like there wasn't that much left, really.
No, I don't think there was. I don't know if there's anything left.
There was a good amount left. I
Was
can't
there?
lie.
Oh, whatever.
Well, it was funny because you had already dropped it once and it stayed together.
Yeah. And then I almost took you out, dude. I was fucking
Oh yeah, you shoulder checked me in the
Yeah,
face,
dude.
dude.
Rip.
Dude, it was after that I was like, dude, when we get back to the apartment, he's going to have a bad time, and that's exactly
Yeah.
what happened.
I was way too fucking hammered, dude. That shit was bad.
That
bro.
apartment was a fucking disaster.
That was so fun though
That was the
because
hangout spot. dude.
there was like, and it's funny too because like the trek to the fucking grocery store was not like short.
No, not at all.
But
It
for
was
some
like a
reason,
it was
20-minute
cold.
walk. Yeah.
It was like
there was
20
snow. There was
degrees
a lot of
outside,
snow
dude.
on the ground.
Yeah, and there was ice everywhere. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Holy
funny that we
shit.
just always would do that shit. And it's like that is not a fucking quick walk at
No,
all.
not at all.
That's like 20 minutes, bro.
It's like, why do we do that?
Didn't I take the fucking? Maybe this was a different time that we did that, but I'm pretty sure I took the fucking my little fucking cruiser board on one of those times and just ate shit at least twice.
The cruiser.
Oh,
boat.
I remember.
Yeah, dude, you remember this?
You did that once when we cruised down to the fucking. Where did we go? We went by the
Like
pool.
the gas station or some shit.
What pool?
The pool at your apartment. There was
remember.
a pool because there was like a little trail behind
Yeah, with
his
the
apartment
bridge.
because there was a pool there, and we were like, "Wait, there's a pool here." And
I didn't even know there was a pool.
yeah,
there.
that's
I must not
exactly.
have been there.
That's exactly. You were there,
Oh, okay.
and that's exactly what all of our reactions were because we were all like, "Wait, we didn't know you had a fucking pool," and it was like right when you drove down. Because you know how when you drove into the parking lot,
Yeah, it's like
you
kind of
turn
down a
right.
hill. Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the left side.
Right.
And then you went back behind that pool, and then there was like a sidewalk that, fuck, man, I'm trying to scrape my memory. And then there was just this huge forest back behind there,
Yes,
and we
dude.
like kind of went to this little baseball field a little bit.
And then that was where like we would go out to go to the fucking gas station. I'm pretty sure because
Yeah.
there was that bridge. Remember that you
That
had to
bridge,
fucking cross
Yes.
And
I
then
in the
remember that.
fucking woods.
Yeah.
And then you ate shit on the fucking bridge.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then I think I
Oh,
ate shit
I
going
remember
down
that.
that fucking hill that
Yeah,
you
that's
that
right.
it spits you out on, where you go on the fucking road.
Yeah.
Dude, I ate I don't know
Dude,
if
you
it
ate
was
shit.
raining or it was like ice out, but I was like, "Fuck it, dude." I'm
Dude, it
taking
wasn't
the
even.
board.
It wasn't even that cold out yet. I think you just fucking.
I think it was raining, bro. I think it was there was some shit on the
I think it
ground that was
damp,
fucked up, bro.
probably.
It was raining.
I
for
thought
sure.
there was just a fat lip at the end of it. Either way.
Speaking
I
of
just remember
memories,
you
man,
fucking-
that's a memory I fucking completely fucking forgot about.
Yeah.
Until
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that in probably 5 fucking
Did
years,
we-
honestly.
Did we walk all
you
the
remember
way?
that, right, Leaf?
Yeah, Leaf, you remember that.
Leaf has no fucking clue what we're talking about at all.
Did
bro.
we walk all the way to that place by those apartment buildings where Mason got into the cone?
Oh, I
Yeah.
stayed.
Yes.
I stayed
Yeah.
at your apartment when that
Yes.
happened. 'cause
Oh,
you
did
guys
you?
got back and you showed me.
We
the
drove.
pictures.
We walked on the
And it was like
I
Toy
wish I
Story where he
remember
was
that.
like
Yeah.
inside the cone and then walking a little bit and then going back down like Toy Story, bro.
We walked all the way to.
It's like Solid Snake.
Yeah, bro.
I still have the picture, dude.
We walked all the way to almost to Westroads.
Yeah.
Like we walked.
We got
almost all the way to
far-
Dodge.
We got somewhat far away.
We walked like an hour, and then we stayed at that little fucking area. I can't remember what the fuck street it was, but it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we're just like sitting there hanging out, and then those fucking dudes in that car
Yes, dude.
Oh.
tried to fucking start some shit with us.
Yeah.
Like,
Did they
For no
really?
reason,
yeah, like we're just all hanging out.
That's where we got the baseball bats.
That's right.
Yes.
And that's
Because we
why-
went down
yeah.
to that baseball.
Yeah, the baseball
Yeah.
field.
Yeah.
Wait,
we
hold
stole
on,
those
hold on.
bats.
Yes,
What
dude.
I don't remember you guys telling me some guy was trying to.
Yeah,
start
it was
shit,
it was some dude. It was
They
like
were,
two
like,
dudes.
drunk or
Two
some
were-
shit,
Yeah, they
dude.
were out there just fucking drunk dudes being
Yeah,
drunk
they're fucking a couple fucking delinquents, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just Starting
It's
shit.
3 a.m. just starting shit with people.
Yeah, bro. Obviously, dude. Fucking couple delinquent.
But yeah, we were fucking. We walked like an hour. I forgot
Yeah.
about that. We like.
That's what I was trying to think of, like the place, and I'm like,
Here it
no
is.
shot we've walked all the way there. But we did.
yeah, we did.
Let me-
Yeah, I remember that. And then I fucking had you
touch this
Photoshop it.
Photo.
And then I had you Photoshop it on the fucking Abbey Road.
on
And
Abbey
That's
Road.
good.
then I asked if you could post it in the Beatles shit posting page, and somebody and it got like no likes.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's,
that's
And every and
it's
then,
not,
and
it's
then I
not
had like
anything.
one comment, and then the one comment was like, "What the fuck am I?"
Speaking of inside jokes, did we talk about mailbox on here, or was that?
Oh my
no, we
god,
did
no! We
not.
talked about it like last week.
Yeah.
I don't even. Is this before my time? Or what?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was like
well,
this
I don't
must have
know.
been like 2018.
But it was Jesse.
This was like less than a day meme. Like it lasted
Yeah.
for less than 24 hours.
Yeah, but people got in on it. Like there were other people like reposting and making like commenting like mailbox on shit because Jesse just used to shit post all the time on Facebook.
Only shit posts.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
like never a serious post. So he posted this thing of like a new mailbox being installed. And I was like, Jesse, this meme fucking sucks.
oh no, it was my niece starting her real estate company.
yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. It
And
was-
then Kent said, "Jesse, this meme fucking sucks." And I was like, "Kent, this is my niece's real estate business page. I'm sharing it to promote her business page."
I don't remember how it took off, but like a bunch of people in the band scene in Omaha started just posting mailbox. Just the picture of the mailbox.
And then on the band page, we just spammed a fucking text post and it only said mailbox.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Mailbox.
I used to
mailbox.
shitpost on the band page a lot. But and people ate it up too. People thought it was fucking funny.
Yeah.
Fucking people ate it up.
I don't understand Facebook.
It was 2016. It was a
Yeah.
different time.
The shitposting on Facebook, I feel like, is better than other social media platforms.
There's some pretty good shit posting on
Yeah.
Facebook.
And it's because nobody cares. I feel like Instagram, everybody cares about appearance and everything. But on Facebook, it's just used as just a vessel to go to shitposting pages. And
There's shit posts and then there's shit posts.
yeah,
Yes.
nothing but shitposts and boomers.
Hey, stop, kitty! Stop it! Hey, hey!
They were
Chill
getting
out
along
there.
earlier.
Are they fighting?
I
Yeah.
thought they were
Mozzie's
going
just
to, bro.
fucking
Mozzie's
staring
just
at
being a
you.
dickhead, bro.
He has
Having
been.
a
It's
cat fight
switched
break.
like on and off between her being a
Yeah.
dick and him being a dick.
Now
And
he's
right
being
now
a
he's
dick.
being a dick.
He's been a dick for the past like a week, dude.
Yeah.
Whenever she gets close, he just fucking whaps her one. But at the same time, like she does run up on him straight for him and stares at him. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Well, and she keeps getting in his asshole. She keeps like getting way up in there, and he's
Yeah,
like,
I don't.
Interact with someone
But
in the
it's like
fucking
both of them need to
Bethesda
chill.
yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
Damn
When you
straight.
talking about how she just runs up and stared at him, I was like, when you interact with someone in a fucking Bethesda game, and they're just like right in your fucking face.
when the courier like runs up to you and is like, I have a message for you.
Yeah, dude, she's doing the courier move, bro.
That's fucking funny. As
Or if you're in the fucking middle of the wilderness in a place where you're wanted, you'll just get run up on by a guard.
Yeah.
Wait, I know you.
The other day at work, somebody came in and he was like, "Is there a manager around?" And I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh
me,
yeah,
bitch."
yeah." And he was like, "I have this to give to him," and it was a handwritten letter that said confidential on it, and I was like, "No
Interesting.
fucking way!" So I took it back to him and I was like, "Open it up," and it was just him advertising for his like lighting company.
You know, the other day,
And I was like, honestly,
It's kind of smart.
that's kind of a smart move because people are going to have to open that up.
Ken, what if he came up to you and he just handed you some poop?
This is what happens after
The
10
other day-
to you.
the other day I got a fucking letter in the mail from a credit card company, and it fucking
Why is that making you laugh so hard?
Jake died.
I don't know. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
And you piece of shit.
Here's some poop.
God.
Sir,
Hey man, here you go.
I have your poop
Hey.
box.
and then you just like try to convince them to take it, and you're like, no, dude, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna
shut
pick
up,
that
Siri.
shit.
It's a
even
brown
animated,
paper
it's
bag
weird.
that says confidential.
There's just poop.
It smells like shit.
No, that's like an Eric Andre bit. You just go up to somebody and he's like, I have your poop for you.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't want it. And it's like, sir, it's my job. I have to deliver it.
It's the poop sandwich.
Like, you have been served.
The first person to take it loses, bro.
Yeah, you're like,
take it loose.
Yeah.
you just act like
And
it's
then
a
once they take it, you be like, you lose.
you just act like
Surprise, you're on a fucking reality TV show. Here's the camera. You just lost. You took the shit.
God, dude.
Remember
I
when
hate
you
making myself laugh that hard.
remember when you
dude.
guys said you didn't like IBS, the twerp song, because it was childish?
Oh yeah.
I thought it was cool.
Well, here we
know,
are.
I didn't like IBS because I just didn't think it had a good groove to it.
Okay.
Because it was like a minute and it was just like a infomercial.
Yeah,
And I was like, okay,
I
I thought
enjoyed.
it was fine.
I
bro.
enjoyed that.
like it's
I like
fine.
that aspect.
I,
I think
didn't-
it was
I
fun.
wouldn't say that I didn't like it. It was just like okay. It's-
Yeah.
In a
like-
way, this record that we listened to this week is kind of similar to the Twerp album, kind of.
I would say so. it has like the same kind of carefree attitude to
It's
it.
a little bit
Yeah.
like more flamboyant.
Yeah.
Mm.
But like, yeah, I could see like, you know, I could see this dude being fucking the singer for Twerp.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You just get subpoenaed. You act like you go up to
Now
a
we're
door.
back to this.
You go up to a door and it's like, you just won a sweepstakes. Are you so and so? And they're like, yes, I am. And it's like, you just got served. And it's an envelope, and then they open it up, and there's just poop.
No, he
All
goes,
right, all right.
He goes, you just got served, and then he shits in his hand and presents it to the guy.
Sir, please present your hand. And then he just takes down his pants.
The Vietnamese handshake, dude.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
Is that is poop talk the cue?
It's time to leave.
I think
Goodbye.
Poop Doc
How
is
do we
up here.
always end like
This
this?
is a good
Good night.
episode, dude.
Leaf. What's the last thing you want to say?